From Hollywood to Hallandale, from dirt roads to jazz clubs to classrooms that shaped a movement. Emanuel George is community liaison at the historic Old Dillard Museum and founder of the Black Broward Digital Archive. He's on a mission to preserve the people, places, and power of South Broward's Black communities. This is Black in Broward, and this is the story of the legacy of Attucks High and the soul of a region that helped shape who we are today.
My name is Emanuel George. I am the community liaison here at the historic Old Dillard Museum, and I am also a community preservationist. It started with a book by Dr. Kitty Oliver called Race and Change in Hollywood, Florida. And that book inspired me because I live in Hollywood. I went to South Broward High School, so I only knew it as one way, and it wasn't really a positive way. When I read that book, I seen the other side of Black South Broward.
That book opened a door, and what Emanuel found behind it was a rich and often overlooked past.
The Black history of Liberia, it goes back to July 1st, 1923. There's an article from the Hollywood Reporter about a new community being built for Black people in this new town called Hollywood. It was a lot of dirt roads, there was a lot of animals, there was a lot of farming, and one of the early residents was actually in Africa as well at one point. And he said that this reminds me of Liberia, and an area historic for free Black people to go, named this kind of stick.
Liberia grew into a cultural and educational hub, anchored by one school that changed countless lives.
Hollywood is most notable for Attucks High School. That was the educational epicenter of the community. A lot of teachers, a lot of students have came there. Had the likes of the Paradise Club, James Brown, the Cornelius brothers and Sister Rose went to Attucks, went on to do great things. Attucks was one of the three historically Black high schools. You had Blanche Ely, which represented the north section of Broward County, those in Deerfield and in Pompano. You had Dillard, which is where we are at, which represented the Black Fort Lauderdale community, and also Harlem McBride, which is in Oakland Park. Attucks represented the South Broward community.
Attucks was more than just a school. It was a central meeting point for students from Hallandale, Carper Ranches, parts of Davie, Dania, and even Ojas.
In the late 30s, early 40s, Black children would only go to school 3 months out of the year compared to white children.
Split sessions generally aligned with the harvest season. Black students were prevented from attending school in order for them to serve as low-cost child labor to local farmers.
Clarence Walker, who was the principal at this building where we are, the Old Dillard Museum, organized a sit-in for Black children to be able to go to school the same day as white children. And that's how Dillard got its accredited status. The school also created, inadvertently, a Black middle class. The teachers and the staff, they served as like your second parents. That was also a big driving force in what established Sugar Hill, which was the Black suburb where many of the teachers at Attucks went to.
But change would come, and not all of it felt like progress.
Attucks was the central point for South Broward, and then one of the tragedies was when it was phased out into a junior high school and now middle school. Once integration was happening, then you had the likes of Hallandale High School, Cooper City, Hollywood Hills, Miramar High School being built. And then you also had the likes of South Broward, MacArthur, causing the community to kind of disperse. It took a lot of the heart and soul away. Preserving Black history, I mean, it's essential because we're losing a lot of elders. Those classes of 68, 69, 70. It's important to be able to gather those stories before they leave us. I utilize social media to educate people. My page, Black Broward, on Instagram, which highlights the Black history of Broward County. Professors from universities such as Temple, the University of Houston, Florida A&M, Florida Memorial, who have cited my page. Working in archives, I've held pictures, I've held artifacts that was from the 1800s. Someone preserved it. And here I am 100 years researching it, reading about it, knowing who these people are. This is the story of Black folks here. Why do they want to ban this history? Growing up, a lot of Black history wasn't even taught in school in the first place. So now with this whole focus on it, I feel as if it's actually getting people to actually want to know. Like having a big red button and that says "Do not touch" in bold letters, it's getting people to be more interested into their history. Now the thing is now is to be able to be a lot more intentional about intergenerational work and being able to connect more younger people with the elders who are still around so that we can be able to work together towards a common future. My goal is to make sure that the work that those who came before me doesn't go away in vain. I know people will appreciate that.
Thanks to people like Emanuel George, Broward County's Black legacy isn't just surviving, it's thriving. Today, Broward is one of the most diverse places in the country, and that strength comes from knowing who we are and where we come from. To see Emanuel's films and more of his work, follow him on Instagram at Black Broward.